Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back. Hope you enjoyed that lovely brutal OC as we have returned with our second round of the group stage of Cheeseadelphia, the Grand Finals. Here we go. We're in still the group stage, and spawning in the top right-hand corner of Amygdala, we have the American Protoss player, the Red Protoss, representing Root Gaming. It is Creature. And spawning in the bottom left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the American Terran player, the Blue Terran, representing Matcherino Esports. It is Future. We go, and if you're in the chat, you know what time it is. Gamba time, as predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will take the series. Best of luck in the chat, as you have 2 minutes to place those predictions. Meanwhile, I do apologize for not getting for not even realizing the reference that I made earlier, but yes, I do see in the YouTube chat referring to Chelsea or Kelsey. Yes. the first time those words came out of my mouth, I was thinking of Chris Tucker. I was thinking of him. I think it was in the if I remember, I think that was in the bloopers of Rush Hour 1, right? Like during the credits. I think that's when that scene happens. But yes, that was crossing my mind at the time. Here we go. We are going to be settling in. It's going to be double gas opener out of Future. Double gas means faster factory, delayed CC from the Terran player. Meanwhile on the flip side, we have a Creature opening up with a Gate Cyber expand. Standard opener out of Creature, more tech heavy opener out of Future. Here we go. Ooh, and again, I'm excited to dive into this series just because both Creature and Future are some of the stronger players in this tournament, and we expect them both to make it to the playoffs. It'll be shocking to see either one not advance on into the further rounds of the event, but I'm excited to see how they face off against each other early on, how they compare in the group stage. Here we go. As for now, we do see Creature attempting to delay the expansion, but again, Future went for the factory. As a reminder, he was not expanding. Creature is unaware. We'll now confirm, I mean, there's no CC now. There could be a CC further back in the main, technically, so Creature is still a little bit in the dark as to what is going on. As Reaper moves out to hunt down the scouting probe. Creature is going to be hunted down. Likewise, back home with this factory, we can go into Reactor Hellion Reaper production. We can go into an earlier mine drop. We can set up for an earlier Banshee opener instead. Future has options. He has a lot of options here in Future. Again, he does often come up with his own builds, with his own playstyle, so I'm excited to see where he goes from here, as Reaper does dip in and does get a full scout of the main. Diving into the mineral line. Oh, going for the probe. He gets one. One probe goes down. Reaper will back off. 2 probe kills so far. And we'll juke against that adept. We'll go for another probe. He wants it. Does he get it? Up. We go first round, but alas, the third probe does fall. The Reaper does not get surrounded. Does get out. Just barely will escape the clutches of that Stalker. Going for another probe. It gets a little bit too greedy. Gets a probe and does get away. Does he get away? No shot. Nah, there's no way out. There's no way out of this. The Reaper will fall, but 4 probes for 1 Reaper and a full scout is well worth it. Second Reaper has arrived. Going to be a Twilight Council opener, of course, and again, the Future confirms. Future does confirm so far a strong start for Future. Back at home, getting to his 1-1-1, going for the early Cyclone. Again, Cyclones have their place in the early game of TvP. Welcome one and all to the old Cyclone, as now you do require tech labs for the Cyclones themselves, but they have quite a long range available to them. The lock-ons are brutal, and Cyclones alongside Medivacs, alongside good control, can wreak havoc and really tear a Protoss player apart. Alas, only going to be the one Cyclone. Okay. So a bit of a safer follow-up here by Future. Has a lot of potential, don't get me wrong. He's moving out with the Cyclone alongside the Medevac as well, followed by early tank production. Oh boy. So an aggressive follow-up here by Future. I mean, it makes sense. He did go for the faster factory for good reason. Into that drop play. And we'll see what Future can accomplish. Has achieved so much already with 1 Reaper, and soon to achieve even more with that follow-up. Here we go. The tank has arrived, and Marines as well. Future does move out across the map. Hallucination will get eyes on the drop. Creature knows. He does know. He's getting ready. Shield batteries on the way immediately. He's on how many gates? He's got, 4 gate blink on the way. Okay, a very hefty gateway count here for Creature. That means that if he can defend well enough, he will be able to counterattack quite hard. He's going to have a lot of Stalkers available. A lot of Stalkers. Meanwhile, that's going to be 2 pylons under fire. Blink should not be denied. Shouldn't be denied. Yeah, Zwig is finishing up just in time. Thankfully, pylons will go down. Will depower some of these gateways. Speaking of, one of the gates is going to fall as well. Is within range. But as both pylons get picked up, that's 3 gateways depowered. Okay, thankfully 2 of them to get repowered. We have extra warp ins, and here we go. Creature attempts to collapse in. But Future gets away. A blink. Oh, gonna get the medevac. It's gonna be close, but last the medevac, it will unload in time. Will get away. Lock-ons on the stalkers. Nice kiting. Likewise, lock-on gets broken by the blink. Model's tanking a lot of shots. Cyclone is barely saved. Future has to get the hell out of here. Pulls away. But does have reinforcements. Has 3 tanks sieging up. Massive tank volleys. Creature is forced back. As it all settles, I do think that Future still come out on top. He killed 2 pylons, a gateway, 4 probes before that, traded against the army, and Future saves all of his high-tech units. What does he save? He saves his tanks, his medevac, his cyclone. He lost Marines. A heli and 2 Reapers and 4 Marines. This is a worthwhile trade for Future. Now he's getting ready. He's gearing up for his next step, for the next wave. He's got his 3-1-1 setup. Stim is in production. Tanks as well. He's building up for that second push. And can Creature hold on? It's going to come down to whether or not he scouts the move out. Warp has been set up for a counterattack as well. I do love this. If Creature spots the army moving out, then he can move in with a drop into the main. Speaking of Future, already pushing. And Creature had no observer. He does have the Zelnaga though. True. And he does spot the army. Spots the army moving out. He knows now it's go time for that Warp Prism. Unfortunately, we're lacking some Warp-ins though. Just the 1 Zealots. Oh! Raven overextends. First Raven goes down. Nice pick up. Raven does fall. Force fields to slow down the push. Logan gets broken. Creature buying time. Meanwhile, again, there's only 1 Zealot. Prism counterattack doesn't get much done. And Future is pushing in. We see Creature coming in from behind. Does attempt to, but gets punished. Massive tank shots going off. Yeah, Stalkers, they get shut down. Marines pushing in. And Future is going for the kill. He does have a 3rd CC behind this. He's not all in, but committed nonetheless. Oof. Dives on the army. Bleeds out that Cyclone. Bit of miscontrol here out of Future. He committed a little bit too hard. Lost a lot of Marines. A lot of Marines went down. Medevac as well. Immortals is trying to come in from behind, and Immortal does get picked up. Both Immortals. That's going to be too much. Too many losses here. Future, he has broken a Creature. He lost both Immortals. The bunkers, they finish. It's been a while since we've seen a bunker push like this. It's been a while. And the 3rd base, it's going to pull. It's forfeit. It is forfeit at this point. Creature pulling away. Does save all the workers at least. Does save his probes. But this main army can still just not be... It cannot be dealt with. Creature moving out for a counterattack. Future rotating around. Back at home, he has reinforcements. Has kept his production back at home. Future will pick up a couple of SCVs, not bad. But alas, there are Marines or Marauders, and Creature, he has to respect it. Oh. Oh no. Thankfully, not much anti-air. The medevac, sorry, the Prism will get away. Just 1 Marine. Oh my god. Crazy. Calm down. Only the 1 Marine. Prism will survive. Future rotates over, heads towards the 3rd. Oh, the mine shots! Mine shots go up. And the tank boys, they're brutal. Oh, the storms! Good storm on the army. 2nd storm as well. But Future, he just stims in. Stims in, snipes High Templar. Drags the army within tank range. And Creature is still up against the wall. Still trying to hold on, struggling to hold on. Trying to force some friendly fire, alas, isn't able to. And Future, once again, he has broken the 3rd base. The army down to 1 Immortal, 1 Archon. He's juggling his heart out. Warpin will complete. But again, there's just too much Terran. There's too much bio. GG gets called, and Future will take game number 1. GG. Future will take a lead in the series. Again, a very aggressive build here by Future early on, able to get some nice economic damage, but it led into the early tank drop, which was able to depower some of the gateways, deal some damage, and slow down the push, the production of his opponent, which led into the eventual 2-base move out, which led into the 4-tank push with bunkers, with bio, with 4 tanks. It's crazy. And unfortunately, Creature, he was unable to slow it down ahead of time, and unable to save his third. With that, Future does take a lead, but we'll see where this takes us here as we're getting ready for game number 2. And we'll see if Creature can bounce back. I'm hoping he can. I'm hoping we can get a back and forth here, but the pressure is on, and game 2 is going to be on a much larger map. We're going to be loading into Abyssal Reef. Here we go. Abyssal, of course, is one of the larger maps in the map pool, has a lot of bases, has very defendable 3rd, 4th, and 5th base as well. If Creature wanted to embrace a longer game state, this is the map to do it on. You know, if you wanted to embrace, you know, a 3-base economy, a 4-base economy, and get a comparable army to that of Future, this is the map to do it on. Likewise, I'm curious how Future will adjust his approach. In general, Future is a very aggressive player. He's very aggressive, very in your face, and he's going to have a hard time pulling that off here. He might just switch gears and just be hyper greedy and just head towards the mid game instead, going for a faster 3rd TC, or we might see something different, something crazier. We'll see. We'll see. You can hear the beeps. We are loading into game 2. Here we go. He really wanted that prism. He did. He did. There were a couple of missteps there from Future as well. True. When he overcommitted to the prism, which he did not get at the time. I mean, but he still maintained what mattered, right? Which was a tank count. For the most part, his tank count was healthy throughout the entire game there. But we'll see how things change here in game 2. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner of Abyssal Reef, we have the American Protoss player, the Red Protoss, representing Root Gaming. It is Creature. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the blue Terran player from the Americas, representing Mantarino Esports, leading the series 1-0. It is Future. We go. As a reminder, last game, Future did open up double gas into a faster factory, into the eventual tank drop across the map. And this time, I'm imagining he's going to be opening up with something more economic. But our eyes are going to be on Future. So on Future here. Oh my god. I mean, it is not a double gas opener. We're going to be opening up 2 racks here instead. I'm feeling a 3rd racks and maybe even a 4th racks as well. On Abyssal Reef, he's crazy. But okay. We'll see if he can miss extra racks or if this is just 2 racks Reaper into a natural. True. This could just be 2 racks. Yeah, we have Reapers on the way. So 2 racks Reaper into a natural. This is an aggressive build, that is true, but this is not all in. Not all in. If we were making Marines instead, mate, 100%. So 2nd and 3rd racks. But I guess we wouldn't have seen a Gas Geyser with that, true. If this was just like a mass Marine, like 1 base all in, and you pull the boys. So from here, just 2 racks Reaper into an expand. And see the SCVs rally to the low ground, and we'll see what Future can get done. If you remember, last game, the first Reaper got how many probe kills? 4. 4 probes went down in the early game of game 1. So Creature, it's going to be on him to tighten up his early game defense and survive. And see Future scouting for proxies. Making sure nothing crazy is going on. What is that copy pasta? Spam this Future man to help out Future man? Okay. Ah, okay. Let's go. As Reapers will soon move out. Meanwhile, back at home, we do have our Twilight Council opener. Same initial start here by Creature as we saw in game 1. Getting to his Twilight Council, into his own Blink. There's the NG overcharge to move out across the map. Well, here come those Reapers. Again, triple Reaper opener. They get spotted by the Oracle. Creature knows. He responds. Shield batteries on the way. But that's still only one Stalker and one Sentry. Oh. Head towards the natural. Boys are exposed, but there's a shield button in the low ground, and with that, a creature will hold. Will hold on. Nice force fields. He locks down one of the Reapers. Oh. Locks one down. The other two bust into the main. And so far, this has not been worth it for Future. He's being locked down. Oh. Creature, he holds well. Meanwhile, across the map, Creature, he does scout. He does confirm the 2-1-1 setup. This is something not seen too often in this matchup, but it does have its place in TvP, working towards Stim, working towards an add-on swap here into medevac production, into an eventual 16 Marine medevac drop. We're getting there. So 2x Reaper into 2-1-1. The Reapers were lackluster, but at least they scouted his opponents. Oh my god. As Reapers are cleaned up, and how many gateways are we on exactly here? Okay, 2 gate. Oh, did I say 2 gate? 2 more get thrown down. 4 gate blink Stalker now. As a reminder, Creature also opened up 4 gate blink in game number 1, but he was disrupted and he couldn't really get into his build. Here he can. He can warp in extra Stalkers, and Creature can attempt his best max impression. We should be seeing a Warp Prism behind this to reinforce extra Warp-ins, extra Stalkers to move out across the map into a more delayed 3rd expansion for Creature. But we'll see. As Creature has not made a prism. Oh wait, Immortal production? Okay. Okay. Interesting. So he's going for a bit of a different approach here. I'm caught between 2 worlds, as we have a Bay on the way as well, so safety Immortal into Colossus. Very safe play here out of Creature. Okay. I do think this is hurting him a little bit more because he's going for a very delayed 3rd in favor of this. Meanwhile, Widowmine drops towards the natural. Creature, he pulls away in time. Nice on Burrow. The medevac is zoned away. Natural once again, it does on Burrow. Probes, they come back. No! Oh my god. 1 probe kill so far. Meanwhile, you have a Widowmine into the main. We get 4 in total, not bad. 4 probes for 2 Widowmines, but the medevac does fall. That's a okay trade here for Future, as he does scout the 3rd. Not just the 3rd, he also scouts the would-be Colossus production as well. As we mentioned before, this is a little bit old school, considering the NG overcharge. I mean, we've seen a rise in popularity of High Templar and Storm-based follow-ups. Here instead we have Colossus, or Disruptors. There we go, first Colossus is on the way. Meanwhile, Future is getting ready for his eventual push. He has his 3-1-1 setup. Sim is done. Combat Shields, Concussive Shell all on the way. And this is going to be quite committed here for Future. He is quite committed. And we'll see if Creature can keep up. Like, ideally, when you're up against something like this, you would have an earlier 3rd to be able to take advantage of and to take an economic advantage and economic lead. Not quite the case here for Future. As also for Creature, as Future's gonna be moving out. Meanwhile, shout out to Steadfast guy, Papi guy. I hope you had a great time casting the Masters Coliseum qualifiers. We were casting it ourselves as well, so I hope you had a great time, especially covering some of those other matches that we weren't able to. So hope you had a great time. And likewise, hope to see you tomorrow for the global qualifiers as well. Meanwhile, welcome one and all to Cheeseadelphia. Cheeseadelphia, a big LAN event happening in the Americas. And we are here in the 2nd round of the group stage. We're in round 2. Meanwhile, Future moves out across the map so far. Army not quite in position. Shield Battery gets depowered. And the Immortals are exposed. The Colossus as well. Yeah, Future, he just dives straight to the main. And Creature caught with his pants down, who's not ready for this. Robo gets depowered. Depowers the Robo, depowers the gateways, dives into the mineral line. And it's a brutal trade here for Creature. He's going to try and chase this down. Likewise, did peel off. 5 probes went down in the natural. And Future, he gets away. Doesn't kill Creature, but pretty hefty amount of damage here. And behind this, reinforcements are coming. He's rallying towards the natural. Creature trying to split up. Attempting to repower that Robo. Oh! Slide shots go off. Catching a sentry. Future rotating over towards the 3rd. I mean, Creature, he is holding on for now. But, I don't know if I can say the same here for the 3rd base, as, yeah, both Stalkers are going to be focused down. Shield battery gets depowered. They dive into the mineral line. Creature does attempt to respond. Colossus, they zone back the army. And Creature holds. Whew. Okay, he does hold on. Does cost him 10 workers, but still hanging in there. Still maintains himself. Meanwhile, across the map, Future taking a massive economic lead. He's got 62 workers, 3 base saturation, working towards Ghost. Armory's on the way for 2-2. Future, he did enough. Did enough to give himself a nice lead, a nice advantage. While Creature is still attempting to stabilize. Getting his 3rd Colossus into Temple Archives, working towards Storm. Creature needs a little bit more time, but Future is just so active. Still just rallying across the map. Creator didn't have a match. Oh, Creature, maybe Creature. The other one. Future dives into the natural. Likewise, army's out of position. Creature, he was at the 4th. Again, he had just no vision. No scouting of the main army. Future stimming in. Takes down the cannons. Won't quite get the Nexus, though. Oh my god. As Future is pinned behind the mineral line, the swipes, they go up. Now, the worst trade here from Creature. At the same time, drop towards a 3rd. He's just being pulled apart. Force the recall. We lose 12 workers. Jobbik comes back in. He wants the base. He wants the Nexus. Can he get it? No shot. Colossus comes in. Nah, he won't be able to get it. Not this time. Ooh, probes that come back a little bit too soon. Nova goes up. Future is going to have to get the hell out of here. Picks up. Pulls out. Behind this reinforcing. Now with Ghost. Now with the EMPs. Once again, he does distract Creature. Attempting to sim on forward. Never will zone away. Creature, he's holding on. He's still holding. Let's go. Still holding on, Pat. Future is just gearing up his production. 4 CCs on the way. He scans, he likes what he sees, dives in, gets a massive EMP up, takes out the 1st, the 2nd Colossus, and the Disruptor as well. Ay, ay, ay. Storm will connect though. Storm is good, but it's going to cost him every single Colossus. All 3 Colossi crumble. And over time, Future is just breaking the back of Creature. And the EMPs are brutal once again. There's no more storms. Might just go up. With those Warpins, Creature is holding the line once again. Is holding on. We do also see the map working against Future here because the rush distance by ground is so long. It takes so long for reinforcements to arrive. That's really what's keeping Creature in this. It's just how delayed the reinforcements are. And despite that, 15 probes go down. The natural is still broken. Future rotates over towards that 3rd. Oh, Future, he does catch a Ghost. Not bad. Gets one, but GG gets called, and Future will take the series 2-0. GG. GG, well played. Future will claim the series, will advance on into the 3rd round, I believe, of the Swiss group format. Creature taking a loss here, but as a reminder for those that are curious, for those that are now tuning in, we are in the group stage, and these players, they still have plenty more matches ahead of them, plenty more matches to come. Again, Future is one of the favorite players to have a deep performance, a deep run in this tournament, but we'll see if anyone can stop him. So far, Creature did have some nice moments both in game 1 and game 2, but overall did have a really hard time keeping up with the army movement of Future. He was so aggressive and so assertive. Even here on Abyssal Reef, we spoke about it, about how large the map is. That did not stop Future from opening up 2-Rax Reaper into drop play. So again, Future just being very active, very aggressive, and did overwhelm. And with that, we'll take the 2-0. GG. GG, well played. We can switch our scenes over here and have a look at the group itself and catch up on some of these other matches.